Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a discussion video. I really wanted to talk about Regen as a team and their place in the meta. I am free to play. Regen is one of my better teams. I've been a Regen main for a long time. It falls, in and out of meta, usability. But as of late, the Regen team has been murdered. It's been murdered before, but this time, I don't think it's going to come back from death. You see, with the release of the Zenkai of LF Gohan, he killed Regen, single-handedly put them in a grave. His anti-Regen capabilities, let alone all his other, power, and he's destroying units, in 2 or 3 cards. He was just too strong for Regen. He tears through them too easy. Now I am not a casual player. I play quite a bit. The last couple seasons and even the season when LF Gohan dropped, specifically when he did release, I still managed to get top 500 on the ranking board with Regen. But it was so difficult. If you don't rush successfully LF Gohan, you're going to lose, period. There's absolutely nothing you can do. And that can be, the case for a lot of teams, but especially for Regen. Regen has no fast damage dealers. It doesn't have a viable blue currently. The 2 blues that the Regen actually has are Baby, and he's a very low damage support type. It's too slow for the meta. And Boo Tanks, which I personally don't have, but he's not that great. He's very mediocre. And it doesn't have a top tier blue to compete. And then, just a few weeks later, Super Saiyan 3 Goku gets Zenkai'd. And Regen, he also has anti-Regen abilities. On top of being one of the best units in the entire game. And unfortunately, both Goku and Gohan on their own teams are dangerous. Goku on Saiyans, Gohan on hybrids, dangerous. But they both work together very well on Sun Family. And Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and he just put nails in the coffin, and then he put cement over the grave so that coffin can never be raised. I'm here to talk about, I think Regen has been put in a permanent grave. I don't see it being revived. And that's really upsetting to me as sort of a Regen main. I don't think Regen's ever going to recover from this. I don't think it matters if Regen gets some new, really busted good unit, because Goku and Gohan together are going to slaughter the Regen team. And they're going to be run together. They're too good of a pairing. And not only are they good, they're, again, such dominant units, they can compete with any other team in the game. Regen was at a massive disadvantage when Gohan dropped, but now, I do not see it coming back. I really don't. Now, to keep this moving, again, I just have my screen of characters here and there, and not very many of these Regen characters are even still viable. But as you can clearly see up here, this is my main team. And it's just not good enough. I was holding on the crystals to Zenkai my Fat Boo all the way up to 7, but now that Goku's here, I'm not going to do it because it'd be a waste. It'd be a character who's going to drop dead instantly against someone like Super Saiyan 3 Goku. or Gohan. They'll melt him. That pretty much goes for the rest of the region. Now, if, say, Regen got a new busted Kid Buu or something, I don't think it would matter. Even if he had, like, Legends limited power, because Gohan and Goku were going to take him out. Even if he's blue, well, Gohan can deal with blues. He can go type neutral. So that doesn't help Regen. We already have a pretty strong yellow, but Gohan's gonna slap that too. He had a good green in Buu, but again, he has no defense. If he pops a green card, he can get like a damage cut, but he has to pop one first. When he comes in, he has no defensive viability. And with Gohan and Goku having anti-Regen capabilities, he just can't stand up. And I'm looking there's probably you're watching gameplay right about now. I don't know of what, but you're just whatever's in the background as I continue to talk about this. But even if they Zenkai, say, Blue Slug, he's not around a lot. I don't think not too many people are going to have him at high stars, but that's not going to matter. Because Gohan, again, type neutral, Goku will still slap him very hard. I think Regen might just be a dead tag now. That's the reason I'm really making this video, is I don't see Regen ever making a recovery. I don't think it can. Two of the strongest units in the game are anti-Regen. I don't think Regen deserved it. I think they've completely and entirely destroyed this tag. Which is unfortunate, because I've pumped so much time, resources, equipment farming, and CC into building a good Regen team. And they've had the legs cut from underneath them. And then their arms. And then their head. And they were all burned in separate graves. Like, that's how bad the combo of Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Zenkai Gohan is. Regen doesn't have enough fast damage dealers. It would need a complete and entire rehaul. And even then, I don't know if they could actually compete. Like, they've just invalidated the entire tag as it exists with those two incredibly powerful Zenkais. I don't see Regen making a comeback. I don't see them ever being a top tier team again. Because Regen has been, it's, like most teams, it'll fall in and out of top tier, out of the meta, out of what people are using. Whether, it's got good units, new units, stronger units. Oh, this unit could fit in this team, so I'll use it here. I was thinking that, Regen was on suicide watch when Goku dropped, but no, they're dead and sealed away permanently. Like, Regen has essentially been mafubu'd. Like, I don't think it'll ever come back. I don't think it can ever be a good team, because it's not like it's one unit that they have to overcome. No, it's two units that are going nowhere. They're going to be in the top of the meta for a very long time. They have very good abilities. And they work together. It's not like, okay, you have one unit on, if I run the Saiyans, it's going to be hard, but I'll be good against the meta. The rest of the meta. No, if you run the hybrids, it's Gohan. If you run into Saiyans, you're going to be fighting this Goku. If you run into Sun Family, you're going to be fighting the Gohan and the Goku. And it's just too many chances where Regen doesn't stand a chance. Too many times where it can't stand up. And I don't know, it feels pretty awful. that one of my main teams as a free-to-play person is kind of dead forever. I'm sure, yeah, it'll get new units. It might even get really good units, but that's not gonna really elevate it. Because if you run the Gohan or Goku, it's just over. I do really hope that the Legends dev team doesn't completely and entirely invalidate any other tags like this. Like, yeah, some tags get neglected for long periods of time. That's not uncommon. For example, movies have not... They were really strong meta, 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago, but have fallen off and really haven't gotten many new members, and the new members they've gotten have been mediocre or maybe really good, but not enough to bring it back to the top of the meta or anywhere close. Androids was neglected for a very long time. Female warriors often gets neglected. I know during, that first year, after year 1, Fusion's team was set up strong, and then for an entire year basically got neglected. And then Yellow Vegito dropped, and then Vegito Blue, and it got brought back in a very strong way. But, again, there's no anti-fusion units. Except for Vegito Blue, I guess. But there's not entire teams built around destroying them. Regen has 2 units that just stone wall the entire team. And this meta that we're in it's all damage. There is no tanking. No one's really gonna tank any hits. Your units are dying in 1 combo. Maybe 2 if you're lucky. Even units that are supposed to tank die very quickly. I've talked about this. Another of my main teams is Future, and Rage Trunks is getting demolished in this meta. The Legends dev team are not paying close enough attention to the units they're releasing because he can't. My Trunks can't tank. My Trunks is at 9 stars. 9. That's red 2. And 1 combo from an Android 18 and he's dead. Just 1. Just 4 or 5 strikes, dead on a cover cut. He can't stand up to her. Vegito Blue can also put a real bad hurting on him because, again, you can just slap off his defensive buffs, tear through him with 5 strikes, and then ult me. Full Power Frieza, also not the tank he used to be. He used to, he'll cut your key on a cover cut and raise his defense, and he had endurance, but now there's a billion units that can cut endurance, and swapping units, you can swap from, 1 unit to another, and you just got 50 ki back. So now all that ki that, Full Power took from you is unimportant. He's an outdated tank. And then, all that ki I got, now I have an ultimate that's gonna KO the rest of your health and cut your endurance. There's just no defense in this game. The only true defense is cover cut units. Not cover cut, cover change. Units like Purple Zamasu, who comes in on a strike. Or Vegito Blue, who will come in on a blast. The future Sparking Red Goku comes in on a strike. Cover changes on a strike. Bojack is still relatively useful, but movies is, not really in the meta. That's the only defense there is. Units really aren't that tanky anymore. The only unit in the game that I really think tanks are Zenkai units. They're really the only units, the Z7 units, that you're not going to take them down in one singular combo, really. Yeah, that's the problem. It's just... the meta we're in is just such a massive issue. Because they'd have to drastically increase the defense of defensive type units, and I don't know if that's something they can actually do, if it matter. They've pushed the offense so high. I don't know how much longer this game will last. Probably a while. It's Dragon Ball. It's just something's got to give. Something has to change. We have gotten news that they are working on a new battle system. They are developing a new one, which this game sorely needs. Hopefully it makes the changes necessary, but units these days are too strong. Units can't really tank much. Regen, to bring us kind of back to that, I think it's just a dead tag now. It can't compete in the meta. And I don't think that it's ever going to be able to compete again. Because Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, he's not going to age poorly. He's going to age very well. By this time next year, he's still going to be fantastic. Super Saiyan 3 Goku will still be fantastic, even if he's only a bench unit. Gohan is the greatest last man standing in this game. And if that changes, if Gohan and Goku get power crept too, then I don't know. I'd hate to be playing the game then too. But I don't know. I just wanted to make a video kind of discussing Regen's place, and it's just, I don't think it's ever going to have a place. Sure, maybe I could play it for fun, but I don't think Regen's ever going to be a competitive, truly competitive team again, because the combination of Goku and Gohan, Regen has laid the rest. If not absolutely permanently, it's going to be a long time before Regen truly ever sees the sun. But, you know, that's my thoughts, my opinions. Now, be sure to, let me know, how do you feel about this? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Are you trying to play Regen in this particular meta? I don't know, what are you playing? What teams? How are you faring in this super high damage meta? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new, be sure to like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.